If there's a model of consistency in modern gaming, the LEGO games are it. They're always good, or at least on consoles. They haven't fared quite as well on handhelds. They hit a wall. And even though the LEGO Movie Videogame was able to bring down one wall and be one of the rare movie games that's actually good, it couldn't break down the other one. Which is weird. You know, you'd think LEGO would be easy to break. So obviously, the LEGO Movie Videogame is based on the LEGO Movie. Ergo, it's a movie game. Even though it doesn't feel right to call it that. This is far better than any movie game's been in years. And honestly, I mean, it's just a LEGO game that happens to be a movie tie-in. So it's not really fair to other movie games that actually have to work from scratch. This one already had a very successful blueprint in place. But nonetheless, it's still a movie game. And it's still awesome. It's just less so on the 3DS. So, like the console version, this game follows along with the movie pretty closely, just an interactive retelling. And if you like the movie, you'll be happy to know the game uses video from the film for its cutscenes. That's a nice touch, even if they don't look nearly as good here as on consoles. But for the most part, the structure is the same. The handheld version takes you through levels inspired by the movie, with the clips filling in the blanks. It's just obviously more polished on consoles. But you know, in some ways, I actually prefer the gameplay of this version. I mean, mechanically it's identical. It's got the typical LEGO combat, same puzzle solving, and LEGO collecting. The difference is the level design. Even though the game has a similar progression, the levels are entirely different on the 3DS. They're actually much shorter and more compact. Now, what I like about this game is the increased emphasis on building and creation, the LEGO-ness of it all, so to speak. It's much more prominent than in other LEGO games. But in this version, it's not quite as pronounced as on consoles. Because the 3DS version is a little simpler, you don't have quite as many opportunities for destruction and creation. It's much more of a streamlined experience, which, again, I actually like. Sometimes the levels in LEGO games can drag on a bit too long for my taste. The pace is much quicker on the 3DS. You know, it's actually more achievement-driven too. After each level, you get a list of the possible achievements and how many you actually got. In fact, they actually pop up during the gameplay too. Like, if you blow an opportunity for an achievement, the game tells you. So the shorter and simpler levels means a bit more replayability, means more of a focus on individual objectives and achievements. So the game does a nice job of condensing the console experience into short, bite-sized levels that are really perfect for on the go. The game plays great, it has nice graphics and sound. The only thing is, the graphics are actually a bit too detailed, especially during the on-rails levels. There were times when I couldn't make out the obstacles from the rest of the level. That's especially annoying because when you die, you have to start over again from the beginning of the level. So there are a lot of levels you end up replaying over and over, usually because you can't freaking see anything. Everything's really tiny on the 3DS. I'm a big fan of the console version of this game. The handheld version, not so much. It's the same old story, really. LEGO games continue to be better on consoles, where the experience was originally intended to be. The series still hasn't found its way on the handheld side, although I think it's getting closer. There's some great ideas in the LEGO Movie Videogame, and it's actually a pretty decent 3DS game. It's just that, compared to the console version, these LEGOs kind of fall apart.
Turn it on!